What's cracking? Buenos dias. PSA. LA Jess, you are unblocked. I blocked you for the night. I'm hoping maybe you take this as uh, a learning curve. You are unblocked. Have a good one. What's cracking, everybody? How you doing? Saludos. Buenos dias. So yesterday was an interesting day for me. I spoke to somebody I haven't spoke to in quite some time. The reason I spoke to him, we'll not talk about that. But the conversation has went on as, hey, where you been? We miss you coming around, kind of thing, right? And I spoke as, um, well, you know what went down. I'm not cool with this, and I'm cool where I'm at. You know, it took a lot for me to say anything. I'm doing my best to change, right? We know this. I've done this spill already. I've done my best to change my life. The biggest part of my life that I'm trying to change is aspects of the gang culture. I'm really doing everything in my power to stay away from that kind of environment. The reason being is there's nothing in the gang culture for me anymore. There's there's no glory, there's no honor, there's nothing for me in the gang culture anymore. And in fact, in retrospect, there's never been anything in the gang culture for me. I wasn't one of those guys that got into some shit and went and called my homeboys. I wasn't one of those guys. I was one of those guys that got into some shit and I went and dealt with it. I didn't go call homies. I didn't go cry to the homies and nothing like that. It's just when shit, guerra happens or anything happens, I handle it on my own. Not worried about what the homies are gonna do, if the homies are gonna back my play. I didn't worry about none of that. I never really needed to be from the neighborhood. You know what I mean? I did it because I had love for the homies and I would do anything for my homeboys at the time, right? Now it's to the point that I felt, well, before I used to feel that the homies needed me. The homies need me. There's a song by that homie from 18, young homie, was like, he'd be sitting at dinner and he felt the homies needed him in his song, right? And that's the way I felt with my homeboys. No, when I wasn't there, I felt like, hey, they need me. They're depending on me, right? And now that I'm older and I'm incapable of doing things that I used to do, I'm not even incapable. I just don't want to do it no more. Um, I I realized, life goes on without me. People are getting shot, people are getting stabbed, people are getting beat up. The neighbors still out there posted up doing what they do. They never needed me, just like I never needed them. I am who I am with or without them. There used to be the song was saying, I ain't shit without my homeboys, and a lot of homies wouldn't wouldn't like that song. I used to love that song because I was like, yeah, I ain't shit without my homeboys. But in reality, I never needed my homies. You know what I mean? I can clown about shit like that. I can act a certain way because I really don't care and I don't need anybody. I handle my business on my own. I always have, always will. As old as I am, I still handle my business. I know there's a lot of people out there that don't believe me. I really don't care. You know what I mean? It really doesn't matter to me. I only saying this in passing to let you know that my whole life I've been like that. Okay. So my conversation with my homie yesterday was, it hurt me. But at the same time, it was needed to be said. I'm not cool the way things went down. I'm not going to hold anybody responsible, but I'm cool where I'm at. I'm cool doing this school thing. I'm cool doing this grandfather thing. I'm cool doing this husband thing. I'm cool being me. I don't need the neighborhood for anything. A lot of people ain't gonna understand this video. Some will. Some will understand. Some will appreciate what I just said. Some ain't gonna give a fuck. There's gonna be haters out there that try to talk shit and disrespect, and I'm not what they call a dropout. I'm not. I don't fold. It's, you know what? If you walk up and ask me where I'm from, I'm gonna tell you where I'm from. It's not because I need the homies. It's because that's where I'm from. That's what I claim. That's what I always claim. I don't need my homies to do it. I made that commitment, and that's one thing I am is loyal as fuck. I'm loyal to a fault. And that's literally what I am. Is I'm loyal and I'll always be loyal. And I'll always probably claim my neighborhood. But I don't need to. I stand on my own 2 feet. Always have, always will. So with that being said, have a blessed day. Behave yourselves. And I got me some non-alcoholic Modelo I might be drinking tonight. I'm just saying. Have a good one, you guys.